episode of Inbound Marketing in 5 Minutes a Day. I'm Cody Swan of Gunner Technology, and this is kind of a big episode because we're about halfway through, tentatively, our look at Google Plus and inbound marketing. We'll move on to other social networks after we're done with Google Plus. Last time I showed you how to save some searches that would help you track and identify new prospects. Well, today we're actually going to use some of those saved searches to go through and look for some prospects we can add. So let's go ahead and just jump right in and get started doing that. So here's our saved searches over here on the left. Want cupcake, dying cupcake, craving cupcakes, really want a cupcake, and love cupcakes. So let's start with our first one, love cupcakes. And the first thing I can tell you right now is that you don't even want to consider any of these that have the page next to them. This means these are businesses, so these are most likely your competitors. So we're looking to add prospects, so we don't even want to add these right now. Here's someone that is not a brand page; it's an individual. So we can go in here and see why they would have cupcakes in here. We'll go to about. And my suggestion right now is to, in your browser, you can hit Control F or Command F if you're on a Mac, and you can say, it'll bring up a search bar, and you can say cupcake, and there you go, right there, love cupcakes. So we've definitely identified someone who is a cupcake lover. So we want to go over here and we'll add them to prospects for cupcakes, and then we can go right back to our search just by hitting the back button. And we're back to our saved searches. Again, here's another one. Child psychologist, Stacy Leitz. We can open this up. And again, we'll go to about. And we're going to search again for cupcake. I love pink. I love cupcakes. I love tattoos. I love causes. I love yarn. I love Office Depot. Wham. Definitely. Also, it looks like she loves Pokemon too, as these look like Pokeballs. Anyway, so we'll add her to the prospects list and then go back to our search results once again. And here we are with, we're not going to look at Cheryl Shepard because this is owner at I Love Cupcakes. So again, most likely not a prospect for you. So here's Jenny Blake, Chief Amazingness Officer at Jenny Blake Enterprises. And here's her tagline is I love cupcakes right there. So easy, add to prospects. Next up is David Allen. Now we have to jump in here and see why David Allen may be a prospect for cupcakes. I love cupcakes. So there we go. We can just add him to that circle as well. And go back. Here's another one. Kathy Walker, web writer, designer, consultant, teacher, dog lover. What else? I love cupcakes. So all we're doing is we're just going in and we're basically just finding people we want to target and adding them to the appropriate bucket. Justina Ireland. Go in here. And you do want to verify that they are actually saying something about I love cupcakes. So that's why we're going in and we're going about. And then, wow, really big. I love cupcakes. So add to circle cupcake. And so then we're going to do this for everyone who we think there's a lot of search results in here. So we're going to go through and it could take a while. We're going to go through and we're going to create our referral base up from scratch. This is obviously a good search, and see, you can look for obvious ones who have it right in their tagline to save some time. And you could do that by saying cupcake. Here's someone. The annoying part with that is it's going to start all over every single time if you do that. So it's probably easier just to scan and look for quick hits. but you are going to want to go in and do that where we look at their about page, make sure they love cupcakes, and add them to the appropriate circle. Then you're going to do that for all the searches. Now the good news is, or the good news or the bad news, depending on your resource allocation, is that not all these searches produced as many search results. So it could be really easy to pick off the people who are saying I want a cupcake. So the other thing we did is we're only looking at people and pages. So these searches are limited to only people who have said in their profile, their about page, that they want cupcakes or something about cupcakes. If you want to expand that search, you just click it to posts, and you can find people who are actually posting about cupcakes. So you can see how we're getting different levels of prospects. Someone who has in their about page, their profile, something about dying for a cupcake, those are going to be strong prospects. But if we then change the search over from people people and pages to Google posts, then we're going to get people who are talking about them right now, more of a flash point of sale type thing where they're saying, I'm dying for a cupcake. That's where you're going to see these people. So you can go through here and you can find people who are talking about cupcakes. And these people may not always love cupcakes. They just may be looking for a cupcake right now. But again, you can go through and do the same thing. Just highlight their name, add to circle, cupcake prospect. That's all you have to do. And again, this is something that we're doing to set this up. This is not something you're going to want to neglect. You're going to want to keep obviously nurturing your leads, nurturing your prospects, and going through each of these searches and looking both for the profiles that say dying cupcake, and then also look for Google Plus posts where someone says dying for a cupcake. And you can, again, if there's a lot of people, you can change the search. And see, it didn't find anything, so we went too narrow. But that's important. So you're going to want to go through here for your cupcake, your birthday cakes, and your donuts, all your saved searches, and look for both Google Plus posts and people and pages, and add them to your referral buckets. And next time, we're going to take a look at we're at a stopgap point where you're going to look at your buckets and say, here's how many potential prospects I have. How do they stack up with my expectations that I laid out when we first started? So get started filling up those buckets. This is where we start populating our community. So definitely take this seriously and use the full at least 2 hours of allocated time to do that. Talk to you next time.